Welcome, everyone, to the Miss Art World podcast. I am so excited to be with you today. I apologize that we missed a week. I have been very sick, but we have an exciting guest here with us. First, we have Samuel Cooksey, our co-host. How are you doing?
Good. What is up, everyone? Excited to be here. Excited to be back. That's it. That's all I
Great.
got. Howdy. Howdy is what my catchphrase was supposed to be.
I thought you were going to skip it, so
I,
I'm really disappointed.
yeah, the fans would have been sad. The two people that have already said they didn't like me saying howdy.
Oh. And then we have performance artist Ibuki with us. Ibuki, how do you say your last name?
Kuramochi.
Kuramochi. She is based in LA, from Japan. If someone was going to look up your work, like your Instagram, I apologize, there's a baby crying in the background. If someone was going to look up your work, where would they find you before we get into talking about your art?
Ooh, we got some plugs.
Do you want to give us your Instagram handle so people could look you up?
Oh yes, my Instagram handle is IBUKI_Kuramochi.
Perfect. So let's just get started with you telling us about yourself and your background.
Okay. I was born in Gunma, Japan. I have loved drawing since I was a child. I grew up in a culture of anime that represents the 90s, such as Sailor Moon, so I wanted to be a manga artist. So I also remember the vividness of the moment when I went on a trip to Nara Prefecture with my family when I was 12 and witnessed the Silk Road painting by Japanese painter Ikuo Hirayama. It was an experience where the entire space was wrapped in paintings and the whole body was carried to the land of the Silk Road. I think that the excitement at the time is very connected to my current art activities. After that, I entered an art school in Tokyo. At that time, I was thinking to become designer or illustrator as my future profession. However, I was very interested in the contemporary art department, so I entered that department. I started making paintings. At that time, it was different from my current style, but I feel that the fundamental theme of art is deeply connected to my current one.
Is Sailor Moon your favorite manga?
Yeah, when I was a child, definitely, yes. Sailor Moon is, the big like idol.
It's not your still favorite one? You have a new one?
um, yeah, I like it. So yeah, I have so many favorite anime stuff.
Because I love anime so much. That's
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, maybe my most of my favorite is Ghost in the Shell.
oh, that is a good one.
Yeah, very.
My uncle um, brought me over to his house when I was like 12, and he was like,
Mhm.
"Come look at this anime," and that's what kind of got me into it.
Wonderful.
So, how did you become an artist?
I had the opportunity to perform at an art school festival, and it was my first performance in my life. I used my whole body to perform live painting. However, it was nothing like my current dance or performance, but that experience gave birth to my current performance style. After graduation, I created the paintings and presented them mainly in Tokyo. Also, perhaps in connection with my experiences of the performance at the school festival, I started to collaborate with theater-like performing arts such as dance and plays. Looking back, I feel that the formation of performances that include my theatrical elements reflects a lot of my experience here. After that, I started learning Japanese Butoh dance at the Ohno Butoh dance studio, hoping to further develop my own live painting performance. Mr. Yoshito Ohno, who I studied with, is the son of Mr. Kazuo Ohno, the founder of Butoh, and I still remember the excitement when I first received the lessons. So Butoh dance is philosophical and spiritual, and it is hard to describe it as one of the dance genres. The process was very similar to painting, and it was at the moment I was able to discover a new element of myself. I created performances that used my own painting and Butoh dance. In 2014, I had my first solo exhibition in New York, and I became interested in making presentations overseas other than Japan. After that, I had performance shows and solo exhibitions in Sydney, Taipei, and Paris. In 2019, I got an American artist visa and I'm based in Los Angeles now.
How would
But
you describe the dancing? Because you said the dancing was a lot like spiritual, a lot like art. Like what makes that connection?
Mm. One time I forgot the year, but I went to the Francis Bacon's huge exhibition in Tokyo. Then the Butoh dance was like next to Bacon's painting. Yeah, like there are like transfiguration of the body that was connection. So they are presenting that the Butoh dance. So I was really impressed of that. I've never seen that types of dances in my life. So yeah, then after that, I was my friend told me that you should go to a Butoh studio.
Mhm.
It's good for your performance. So yeah, my friend introduced me to Ohno Dance Studio. So yeah, that was a very like good connection.
Mhm.
how
Very
long
cool.
did you take lessons for?
How long? That was about 5 years, I think.
Okay.
Mm.
Wow, 5 years of dancing.
Hmm.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
Um, how would you explain your artwork to someone? One thing I have a problem with as a performance artist
Mhm.
is a lot of people don't understand what performance is.
Mhm.
So, in like basic terms, how would you describe your work to
Mm.
someone?
Mm. Uh, Physicality is the key point of my art scene. So my work exists in various media such as video works, performances, and painting works. The body is owned by every human being, but it is different for each person. As anatomist Takeshi Yolo says, there is nothing more personal than your own body. So each body is born to and owned by each individual and is completely original. Also, I have few experiences of sleeping comfortably at night, and I often have nightmares which I remember well after waking up. Most of the nightmares are like strange, violent, and weird film. So I believe that these dream experiences have directly influenced my work, and that the visual experiences that I see every night are inevitably the essence of my work. Also, in my dream experiences, the id in Sigmund Freud is exposed. When I creating a video, I consciously discover my own id and output it. In the case of creating my paintings, I subconsciously discover my own id and output it. So that process feels like a swimming. So these subconscious and the conscious extracted id have a consistent physicality. I can say that my video work represents the output of its body sensation, and my painting work represents the output of its brain sensation. I'm also inspired by things that involve sexuality, such as masculine and feminine transformation, mutability, and similarity. For example, the mind and the body more between the membranes, or the body escapes from the body and materializes.
So the id,
Mhm.
is it, just to clarify on the id, it's an experience, or what exactly is wh- how do I even describe it? Because I heard you,
Mhm.
but is it more of an emotion or is it more of an idea? The id.
It's more, yeah, I think that is more of idea.
Okay,
Mm.
which is makes it why it's such a like more of a swim, because it's not something you just feel, that you had to actually work through. I got you.
Mhm.
How long have you had bad dreams for? For your whole life, or is it something that started later in life?
Maybe whole life, I think. I always, yeah, not comfortable to sleep in night. So, yeah.
Hmm. That's interesting. I didn't know that about your work, that it had that kind of
Mhm.
element to it.
Thank you.
Do you see your artwork as kind of a healing process for the nightmares, or just something that you use for inspiration?
I don't think that is a healing. Yeah, that comes from like a inspiration, but deeply connecting my creativity and the inspiration. So,
So then tell us what your artwork's about.
okay, my work exists in various media such as videos, performances, and paintings. Basically, it is produced with the consciousness of improvisation of the body performance. It can be said that the both video works and painting works are an extension of my performance work. So I'm very attracted to the improvisation of the body that is created through my performance. It is also interesting to see how the physicality of each type of performances are cut out and the time access are different. The performance is very momentary, as the time that is flowing now passes by in an instant. Video works and the paintings can cut out the moment, and they can continue to fascinate the moment. Each media has attractive points. However, I feel that it is very valuable to engrave a special and living art moment in my body.
So you performance is your favorite type of art as of right now. Did you start doing, because you did dance and you talked about manga a lot. What was like the first thing you did that was art, or that you considered art when you were little?
Um, so the first one was painting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you
So
paint with like watercolors, or was it oils?
I was making only like a pencil, and I made a huge painting only pencil.
Okay.
Are you
Yeah.
still painting, or are you just solely doing the video performance pieces?
I make paintings too. Yeah. It's
Okay.
yeah, I like make paintings. So I think that the process of painting and the Butoh dance is very connecting. So yeah, definitely. If I don't have experience of painting, I don't go to a performance. Definitely.
Are the paintings that are behind you, they look very did you do those?
Oh yes, this is my
Okay.
painting. Yes.
They look very cool. So if you're not watching it and you're listening to it on the phone, they're white pieces, I guess, with giant white pieces of paper. on like what is the black coloring that you're using? Is it oil or?
This is acrylic,
Oh,
and
okay.
sometimes I use ink as well. Yeah, this is my the body series. So most of my paintings connecting like a body. So here is the like
Mhm.
this. This is body. So
Oh
this is
yeah.
canvas. The, yeah, sumi ink. Yeah, I use different medias.
One thing I like that you mentioned when talking about your performance work is the
Mm-hmm,
improv
mm-hmm,
of the dance, which
mm-hmm.
is something that I don't do at all with my performance. So,
Oh, I see.
how does, when you're dancing, are you letting your body kind of tell you where to go and what to do? How does that feel? I don't know how that feels. How does
Mm-hmm.
that feel to just let your body
Oh, that's
tell you?
interesting question. So, yeah, like first, I still remember that the first class of Butoh, the teacher said, right now you enter the space, so you just meet the space, so you can feel the feeling of the space. So like when I do performance, I can feel the space, the power of the space, and the people, like audience energy. So it's connecting my body. So yeah, like the first the body moves. Also, I'm thinking at the same time, but yeah, that's a very like sometimes meditative, and yeah, it's a very special moment.
Are you confident and like at peace, or is there an element of fear when you're performing?
Definitely, I've never had a fear when I do a performance. So yeah, it's kind of like relating like a shamanism, something like that. So more like yeah, confident. I can feel the very like a spirituality something. So yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
What would you say the difference between um, art in Japan compared to art in LA?
Yeah, right now I'm very studying about the what is the difference. So definitely it's a big difference.
Mhm.
Yes, like a Japanese society system and the America's Western system, society system is totally different because of so Japan is maternal society, and America, like Western society, is paternal society. So there are big difference. Because we are educated not assert our opinion in childhood, more like groupism, but America is more like individualism. So they are definitely deep connecting the art scene as well. So yeah, like when I came here, I was really surprised that Americans' art is very strong, and everybody's assert own ideology, you know the soul. So yeah, Japan also has a lot of natural disasters. We are deeply connecting, like the Shintoism. So we are appreciate and more like pray for the nature, like connecting the nature thing. So if you look at the Japanese artists, creation, definitely you can feel that those like syntheism thing. So yeah, that's my perspective of art. So yeah, I'm still figuring out what is the difference.
What are the projects that you're working on currently?
Currently, I'm interested in the skin, and I will exhibit a video installation about skin and body at a group exhibition, a Sanctuary of the Aftermath at Angels Gate Cultural Center in San Pedro, California. The exhibition date is April 10th to June 12th. So you can also see the exhibition online. So please check it out.
Can
What
you talk?
fascinates? Oh,
Oh, go ahead, Samuel.
okay. What fascinates you about the skin as of right now?
Skin. I read the book. Talks about skin. Like the skin is the third of the brain of the human body.
Yeah, no, it's the largest organ in the human body and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I always find it's interesting because we're hitting a time where, especially in America, we have a lot more people getting tattoos and things like that, and they're using it more like a canvas
Mm-hmm.
almost to express oneself.
Oh, I see.
Because if you look back in the 50s, not hardly anyone got tattoos except
Mm-hmm.
for people in prison or sailors, basically, got those two.
Uh,
But now everyone's using it, as an expression of one's self.
I was going to ask you about the shoebox response exhibits that you have been doing. I've been seeing a lot of your videos,
mm-hmm.
and I think you've done it several times. Can you
Yes.
explain a little bit about that
Mm-hmm.
project?
Yes, the shoebox call and response. I joined 12 times.
Okay, yeah, I know
Yeah.
it's been a lot.
Yeah, that I was creating video a lot. That project was really amazing. It was like online residency something. Always we pair the different artists. So new artists then create artworks, then the other artists create artworks in 24 hours. Then we're like art composition we're doing for 2 weeks. So after that, we exhibited in the online gallery. So that experience is really beautiful. So especially during the pandemic, that helps me a lot. So I've never tried to create video works before the pandemic. So that shoebox current response gave me the opportunity to create this stuff. So I'm really grateful to Christine Shoemaker to give us such amazing opportunity.
So you've connected with 12 different artists then throughout this
Yes.
experience. I think that's great. I really all the videos. I have a favorite. Oh, and I don't know if this is actually shoebox, but it's the one with the leaves. The
Oh,
sled.
that one.
Mhm.
This is not shoebox. This is like the art opening of. Right now, I'm having an exhibition of the evolution of women, especially the March was Women's International Women's Month. Yeah, so this is not shoebox. However, this created the like on my performance and the digital thing. So yeah, thank you.
Can you talk a little bit about how you're creating your videos? Are you
Mhm.
shooting yourself and then putting it into a program and then manipulating it?
Yes, I
Mhm.
doing everything by myself. Using Sony Alex 100.
I've really liked seeing how you've taken being in COVID
Mhm.
and taken performance and put it into video, and how your own style of video is coming out. I've really enjoyed seeing that
Thank
progression.
you.
How has COVID affected you?
Since the pandemic, what used to be the norm is no longer. So in today's world where the internet is everything and the people avoid physical contact, there are fewer opportunities to use the body to connect. So people's awarenesses of physicality has changed mainly through communication through personal computers and smartphones. When our consciousness is condensed into the online world, I feel like we have forgotten our bodies. So early in the pandemic, I felt a sense of physical loss, despair, and fear. So I started to create video artworks about my body more almost every day, and started the muscle training as well. So this is an escape process from oblivion of the body, and it makes me more aware of physicality than before. So what I feel while doing muscle training and creation is that any human creation is made up of muscle movements. I've never thought about physicality like this. So the pandemic has allowed me to shut down my everyday physicality and awaken to a new physicality.
When you say muscle training, are you lifting weights
Oh
or
yes,
are you
weights.
okay? You are lifting weights.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because some people do muscle training where they stop and hold a pose for a long time.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm doing just a regular exercise. So
So eventually you'll be super buff, right? And you'll go to shows where you just like flex.
yeah, yeah, that's good for kind of like a meditation to me as
Mhm.
well. So also good for stress reducing. I really like that muscle training. Also good for self confidence.
Yeah. No, it helps. I like muscle training a lot. I like going to the gym and lifting weights. It's been hard with COVID to go to the
All
gym
right.
to lift weights. And then the only weight you can do is whatever you can buy online, and then you're stuck with whatever, like the 10 pounds that you have or 15 pounds. So you can't like fluctuate, which is, it's nice to have that at the gym.
Right.
So do you have a favorite art of your own?
Yes, my performance, Metaphysical Body, exhibited in the group exhibition Five Facets Humanity, curated by Kang Wen last year in 2020 at the Fellows of Contemporary Art in LA. The theme of the exhibition seeks answers to questions about the ideals of humanity and the humanitarian humanity in five aspects. So this performance represented the process of encountering five different humanities through the metaphysical body. So we gave physical consideration of the technology and the physicality that evolves with the wealth of the times and the post-humans. I also really like my digital paintings, Hutoscopy and Haptic, which were made in 2020. Both works were featured in the online exhibition Hobson Choice at the Torrance Museum of Art.
What are some of the future projects that you're or thinking about or working towards?
I would like to continue to create art that integrates videos, installations, performances, and paintings. I'm also interested in sound design and the composition of noise music. I'm also interested in performances using AR, which is augmented reality, and motion capture where digital and reality blend together. I want to express the body by crossing over various things such as dance, movement, theater, and performance art. In 2021, the world will recover. The digital world, which was developed in 2020, will be fused and further development will be achieved.
That's really exciting, the augmented reality.
Mhm.
For
Yeah.
the city, we have a project or a call for entry that has to do with augmented reality. And we've seen that in other cities. So it's really, that's something I think that will be a lot of artists will be utilizing in the future because it's
Wow.
such interesting technology.
Yes, definitely.
Is that where you like wear something and you could see it? Is it like goggles or like what is
Mhm.
like what is AR?
AR is like you can like combining the reality world, reality like a space. You can
Mhm.
put the digital things in that.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you would have like a screen almost that
Mhm.
is part of the art, or is it the like 3D goggles that you put on, or like
Mhm.
how do you say
It's
what's the
not creating a world that you
okay?
wear with the 3D. It's like Pokemon
It's
Go.
not 3D
Oh
goggles
yeah,
though.
Pokemon Go. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's
like
like Pokemon Go. Okay.
creating art within the world around you,
Mhm.
Oh, that's
right?
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Yeah.
that's really neat. In Cabo, they had one of those exhibits that we went to go see, and they had pieces of art. But then you would hold up your like you'd literally just hold up your phone, and then you could look at the art on your phone. But then the art would move on your phone,
Mhm.
and it would just like a couple things. So like you would see the guy playing the piano, or it would be a piece of a guy playing the piano, and if you held up your phone to it. Um, with the QR code that was down at the bottom, it would unlock what the painting was, and then you look at the painting, and then the guy would play, and the music would come out of your phone. It was neat. It was so you're right. It is exciting to see what AR would, uh, you know, how it's going to change the art world almost.
Yes. I'm very looking forward to being a part of that recovery and the development. So it's really cool, like the technology. Lately, I had a lot of NFT. So NFT is like the digital works we can sell. I recently I heard a lot of this word in the art world. So Takashi Murakami made an NFT recently that was kind of news. So yeah, I will check it out more. Especially, the performance is difficult to sell, you know, but it's otherwise like if we make score like Fluxus, it's really difficult to sell. However, if I can be like a digital form, then we can sell it. That's cool, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah. So besides art, kind of going on a little side tangent, what's something that you like doing daily, or that you get excitement from? Because obviously you're very passionate about art, but is
Mm.
there something else that kind of maybe feeds art, or just something you like doing?
Mm. So recently, I'm very interested in master training more.
Okay,
Yes,
that's a
actually,
good thing to be
mhm.
interested in.
Yeah, I've never did that when I was in Tokyo or So yeah, like our cells changes every day. So like the master training is like the like a feed, like a feed like a lays up somebody's like how can I say so drink protein like we gotta watch out
Mhm.
carefully so that process is very interesting so because we can't control body if I do a weight 100 times next day I got this muscle we can calculate it's really we can't control we gotta do that every day So that process is very interesting.
Mhm.
So we talked about your Instagram. Do you have a website too that you want people to be able to find you?
Yes, you can see most of my works on my homepage. So just type in Ibuki Kuramochi on Google it, so you can see it.
And
And
that is spelled.
yeah, I was just gonna
Oh,
do
okay.
that one.
Okay, so IBUKI KURAMOCHI.
Okay, perfect. I can't imagine someone going like, I want to look it up and then just trying to guess because I would never be able to spell it.
Oh, yes,
I'm a
Kuramochi.
horrible speller. I could barely spell my own name. So it's How old were you when you decided that you wanted to be an artist?
How old? Maybe 18. I
Okay.
think. Before that, I was thinking to become a designer or illustrator. However, I'm very interested in, create art. So
Because you
yeah.
talked about you wanted to be a designer. What was that key thing that made you switch from trying to do like
Mm,
I guess you can technically be an artist with design, but there's a big switch from
right, definitely.
going for like working for people and having them tell you
Mhm.
what they want to doing how you feel and the expression of oneself. What
Mhm.
was there a switch or was there something that kind of pushed you that way?
That was yeah. I mentioned that art school, like I saw the contemporary art department was
Mhm.
really attractive to me. Everybody is express, like different forms. Some, people express the paintings or film or the photography. Anything I can do in the contemporary art was so that was very attractive. So
Well, great. Thank you so much
thank you
for
so much.
being on our podcast and sharing about your artwork.
Mhm.
I would encourage anyone who's listening to go and look at her work because you're dynamic. You're doing something that I love, which is performance, but in a completely different way. And I very much appreciate your work and what you're doing. So
Oh, thank you, Kathleen. I really admire your work. So I remember that we're in the Gallery 825, the second skin, the performance night.
mhm.
I was really impressed your performance. So it's really a great honor to have to participate in your podcast
Oh,
today.
thank you.
Mm.
I think that was the time that I first discovered you or like first knew about your work was at the
Mhm.
Gallery 825
Mhm.
exhibit Second Skins. And I was performing, so I had missed your performance,
All right.
but my mother
Mhm.
went and saw all the performances and she was like, you need to talk to this girl. Like it was beautiful, it was dynamic, it was powerful. Like my mom totally was into your work and was so impressed
Oh
by
my gosh.
your
Oh,
work.
thank
So
you.
Which was I there?
it was the Icarus piece that I did with the lights and the hanging medals on the wall.
Okay. Oh, were you in the room? There's like a smaller room.
Yes, I was
Oh, I saw your
smaller.
piece too. That was actually it was really cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, like I used the music. I think that piece was more like a theatrical type compared to the other artists' performance art. So that time I came here, just came here. So
Mhm.
yeah, that was first performance in Los Angeles, I think.
Oh,
Oh,
no
so
way.
exciting.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're performing all over the place now, so it's great.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
You guys too. Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you.
It's awesome
And
talking to
for you might have to do the closing, Samuel. Can you do it?
Okay, I can do it. Thank you everyone so much for listening to Miss Art World podcast. Don't forget to, hit that subscribe, tell your friends about it, and peace out. Was that a good one, Katie?
That was great. That was great. Thank you
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.